Hi there, and welcome to a cozy day at home where we are organizing in my kitchen. We're getting things set up and we're going through some produce, and I'm sharing a little bit of a Whole Foods grocery haul. Hi there, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Jessica, and here on my channel, we focus on all things mom life. However, everything we do in my space does have a bit of a healthy twist, as I'm a holistic nutritionist and a nutritional practitioner. So as of yesterday, we officially have 95% of our appliances installed in our kitchen. So this morning I dropped the kids off at camp. I ran over to Whole Foods. I got a few staples because unfortunately when they were taking out our loaner refrigerator, we had to put a lot of our produce and cold items on the countertop, and they sat out for nearly 6 hours yesterday. So I had to run over to Whole Foods and get a few staples, but not too much stuff. So I am gonna be sharing with you guys just a quick and simple Whole Foods grocery haul, and then I'm gonna be washing our produce and organizing it in the refrigerator. I'm so excited to share with you my thoughts and my vision for one of our refrigerators in the prep kitchen. I truly want it to be like a smoothie, juice, produce refrigerator. Obviously, it's only been here for less than 24 hours, so I'm kind of just getting a feel for how I want to organize things before I start buying any containers or really committing to a full-blown system. I like to live with something for a little bit and see how I'll utilize the space. Additionally, I do need to do a whole bunch of laundry, and I've actually been getting asked a ton over on Instagram what my favorite laundry products are and kind of my process of doing laundry. So I'm gonna share that with you guys as well. So I'm gonna take you guys throughout my day and share how we're making things cozy in the new home, which definitely takes time when we're just finally getting ourselves out of boxes. It does take a little bit of time to make things cozy, but we're definitely trying our best, and we're trying to stay organized and honestly just enjoy the process. I've also managed to spill my latte on my white jeans, so I do need to go treat those, and I get a lot of questions about what products I use for stain remover. So we're gonna head upstairs because the first load of laundry, I just heard it go off. Kaya yelled down to me that it is done, so we're gonna turn that over, put it in the dryer, and then I will also share with you guys my favorite stain remover. I talk about it all the time, but I'll definitely also share it with you guys in case you are new here. And then we're gonna head back down to the kitchen, start washing up our produce, and I'll share with you everything that I picked up at Whole Foods. Okay, so I just took out my first load from the dryer, and now I'm gonna put everything from the wash up into the dryer, but I know I'm gonna get questions about this thing down here in the corner, and I'll take you guys off the tripod in a second and do an up close shot of it. But that's essentially a ring sensor because this is our wash. So if there's any water leaking out from the wash, we have them in the basement too by the sub pump, and we also have them in the first floor laundry. But that's just a detector that will either alert you via the alarm or on your phone if there's any water that's leaking out from any of your appliances. So I had to quickly put all the groceries away in the refrigerator just while I filmed the opening of this video. So I'm gonna start pulling everything back out, and then we're gonna start cleaning our produce. And I wanna share with you guys what I'm gonna be using to clean our produce because I got a ton of questions about this over on Instagram, and by the time this video is live, I will have gone into a more in-depth tour of our water system because I did talk about it quite a bit on Instagram last week. So this spout right here may look familiar to you guys because we had a spout very similar to this in our old house that had hydrogen water in it, which is the water that we drink here in our home and in our previous home. But this spout here in the new house is actually ozone water. So it is the ozone gas, and it is fully encapsulated in the water molecule. And you're probably thinking, okay, what is the point? What's the purpose of that? So you do not drink this water. This water is specifically for cleaning purposes. So essentially ozone, because it is antibacterial, antimicrobial, antiviral, it can kill anything upon contact. So you can use this water and put it over chicken and it will kill salmonella. Dentists use it, especially a lot of holistic dentists use it in their practice to kill any bacteria that's causing cavities. They use it to clean their tools in between patients, specifically holistic dentists. I know ours does. They use ozone water to clean all of their tools without having to use any chemicals. So there's a lot of hospitals actually that use this water system, and we do have a medical grade system. So this is definitely something that's very important to me and my family. I always say there's 3 things that are truly important to me about my surroundings and in my home. Of course, other than my family, but there's 3 things that are very, very important in my life, and that is clean food, clean air, and clean water. And maybe later in this video or in an upcoming video, I'll talk to you about our air filtration system because it is amazing. But today, because we are going to be cleaning produce, I did want to explain to you guys what this is. So this is ozone water. Then in the rest of our water, this is highly filtered water because, fun fact, we actually live on something called a community well at this house, and that is very new to us. We had city water at our last house, which once you have city water and then you don't have city water, you realize like how much you take water for granted, having access to clean water, I should say, for granted. So the ability to have access to clean city water at our old home was unbelievable. So we actually have to filter all of the water. Even if it wasn't something we wanted to do, we would have to do it, otherwise the well would leave stains on our appliances. It's really harsh on your skin for bathing. So we do filter all of the water through our house as well. Now I'm going to move you guys over to the kitchen sink, and I'm going to show you the drinking water, because we do have the hydrogen water like we had at our old home, which was in a spout similar to this, but it's in a different spout here at this house. So this is our hydrogen water spout, and it's in the main kitchen sink. So this is what we use as our drinking water. And we did have a hydrogen system at the old house, but we left it as part of the sale to the new homeowners, which I'm sure that they're very excited about. So we did leave that system. We left our entire water system there, all of the reverse osmosis, the entire water system. So we did get a new one here. And so this is what we use for our drinking water. We also have this in our refrigerators to make ice, which is really nice. And then like the cold water spout that's in your refrigerators, we have this in there as well. So that's the 411 on the water. I know that was a lot of talk about water, but I feel like I'm going to get questions the second I go ahead and I start loading this sink up with produce, and you see me using that to wash the produce. And plus, if you're anything like me, like I love science, I love molecules, I love elements, I love atoms. I mean, obviously I studied nutritional science, so I love those things. And when I posted about it on Instagram, so many people were like, I want to geek out over water with you, talk to us about your system. So I thought you guys would appreciate it as well. So I am going to just be taking the produce, washing it here in the sink, and then we are going to start organizing my essentially produce refrigerator. So we are in the prep kitchen, and this arrived, as I said, all of the appliances. We're just missing one now, which is our cooktop. We still have a loaner cooktop, which has been so gracious and unbelievable that our vendor gave us loaner appliances, because in COVID times, the delay on manufacturing is really bad. Like, we are very lucky. Originally, our main kitchen refrigerator wasn't supposed to be here until New Year's Eve. So they gave us a temporary refrigerator to obviously have in the home, a temporary dishwasher, and a temporary cooktop. So we've been just so blessed in that regard that we've had these temporary appliances. But now that we have the main kitchen, I do plan on using this refrigerator as like my beautiful, healthy produce refrigerator. It is not organized. It's been here for less than 24 hours. So I've just kind of like gotten everything in so that it wouldn't go bad. But I'm gonna flip you guys around and show you what I have going on and kind of my vision for how I would like to see this refrigerator look. Okay, so as I mentioned, I want to keep all of the produce in here. So this is the fresh spinach we bought today. I have one that's about halfway gone. So I, of course, picked up a new one when I was at Whole Foods today. This is the new spring mix that we got. So I do need to pull those out and put like a paper towel in there to help with dampness. This is the parsley that I picked up today from Whole Foods that you would have seen earlier in the footage. So I'm gonna wash that up. And then down here, I did pick up those zucchinis. I picked up some carrots, which of course those don't need to be washed. I did pick up some fresh celery, so I need to wash that. So I will pull all of that out, load it into that sink over there and wash that. And then up here, I just have some like pre-sliced jicama that I had already done and some organic baby clementines, just like a few things in here. If you saw last week's video, oh, that looks like a little bit dingy there. So this clearly needs to be eaten today, but you can cut it off. Like it's still definitely edible. But if you saw last week's video, we've been obsessed with papayas. I did load up on some organic coconut water from Costco. I know it's not raw in the Harmless Harvest one, but I've been loving it. One, to make popsicles. Two, to take to the pool with us. I know it's not perfect, but we're not here for perfection. We're here to just eat healthfully, enjoy our lives, and have a little bit of fun. So I know sometimes I get that, like, do you realize that's cooked and pasteurized? I do realize that, but you know, we got to live in this world. So we're going to get washing this produce. Again, I don't think I'm going to fully organize this fridge today. I do have a ton of these containers here still from the old house, and those are down here for now. So I just kind of like pulled them out. You can see I have an extra like smoothie pop container there, and I have a bunch of these in the kitchen above the other refrigerator. So I have a ton of these containers, but I don't know if I'm going to commit to anything quite yet. I might live with it for like a week or two and just see how I feel before fully committing to organizing this space exactly. All right, guys, so I'm not sure if you can see, I'm gonna bring the camera down a little bit, but you can see the wax residue coming off of like the zucchinis especially, and it's like floating on top of the water. Okay, you'll see as they continue to soak that more and more of the dirt will just fall off of the produce. So this is really great. I do put my hands in here obviously to just give it like a gentle agitation to help out, but yeah, I'm washing up these little Persian cucumbers that I had from Whole Foods earlier in the week that again, I just hadn't had a chance to wash them. So if I'm getting everything out, I might as well wash everything. I'm happy most of them survived having to sit out on the countertop yesterday. I had to like take the kids out of the house because I felt like nauseous, like watching the food go bad. Thankfully our meats, we were able to like keep in a separate space for the freezer. So we didn't lose any of that, but we did lose like some coconut yogurt, tahini, jam, and sun butter. So I did have to stock up on those things, but yeah, thankfully we didn't lose too much. So I'm loving the fact that I can restock and save a little bit of the produce. Okay, so I'll show you guys the progress so far. Okay, so far we have, what I've done, I've actually taken that container that was over here out because I found that it was like not really working for the space. Like I was digging through things. And what I did is I added just like this little mat here because this was wet and the baby carrots do tend to leak once they're opened. And I have just produce there that needs to be consumed faster. I should move the papaya down there, obviously, because that needs to be consumed pretty soon. And so I have that there as kind of like my cook this, eat this first before moving my way up. And then I did get the celery all washed. I put that up there. This is the extra spinach. I moved that there. And then over where the potatoes were, the sweet potatoes, I had some avocados that were ripening, and now they are definitely fully ripened. And so I have those here on the door because once you've ripened your avocados, if you put them in the fridge, they will last you like another 7 to 10 days. That is one thing that I learned during COVID, and I talked about that in one of my videos I did about a month ago on ways to make your produce last longer, and I will link that for you guys here in the cards. So I have these avocados here. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up with the zucchinis and the cucumbers, and we will put those in here as well. I might put those down here in this drawer, potentially on another one of these mats here. And then I do just have my chlorophyll here. For those of you who followed me for a long time, know that I take this liquid sunshine chlorophyll, but yesterday we did wrap it up in a plastic bag because they were moving the refrigerators around, and this stuff is bright green. I'm talking like you can probably see here on the container. It is bright green. So we didn't want any accidents, so we just kind of wrapped it in a plastic bag. So I do have my supplements in the other refrigerator. I may end up moving them in here. Again, I'm gonna live with everything for about a week before I fully commit. I feel like I've made that mistake in the past where I've like fully committed to a system, and then once I've committed, I feel like I have to stick with it and I can't change. So as far as the supplements, there was like men outside the window looking at our brick, and so it like surprised me, shocked me a little bit. So I feel like once I like fully commit to a system, like I won't change it. And so instead of being rigid and rushing it, I might put supplements in there. I might keep them here in the big fridge. Stay tuned. But for now, I'm feeling good about the progress and being able to see all of the produce and not having it super stacked and squeezed in there, because then I feel like obviously when you can see it, it's washed and it's prepared, you're more likely to consume it. In true mom life fashion, I went to go make myself some lunch, and I got a call from the school that Sawyer was looking a little bit sleepy, almost drowsy and lethargic, and so they wanted to give me a heads up. And honestly, like I feel like she's been waking up really early, going to bed late, and it's just starting to get run down. So I decided to head over and pick up both kids because it was like an hour and 45 minutes before I would typically pick them up. So I wasn't gonna go pick up just Sawyer and not Ronan. So I went and picked up the kids. We ran over to the post office. I had to mail out some supplements to my girlfriend, Tiffany Beeston. And so I mailed out 3 bottles of rhodiola to her. So we went to the post office, but I jumped out of here really quickly to go over to the school, and I forgot to bring you guys. So we are back from the post office, and now I am gonna get started by cooking up some quinoa over here. And additionally, I did pull out a little bit of meat to thaw for dinner tonight. So I have this spicy Italian chicken sausages, and then I did pull out some turkey bacon for potentially making like a cucumber chickpea pasta salad, where I will also like pan fry up and a little bit of grass-fed butter and chop up some turkey bacon to go inside of there. Guys, so I'm happy to report Sawyer came home when I picked up both the kids. She ate a ton of food, so she has a wonderful appetite. So I'm not quite sure what happened today at school. I wonder if it was like a case of missing mamas. And it wasn't that she was actually not feeling well, but needless to say, I'm happy that she's feeling well and that she isn't sick and battling something. But I do think that we've really been kind of pushing our limit with how busy we've been, honestly, just trying to get settled into the house, staying up late by unpacking and running around and doing things. So having a little extra time at home, a little TLC, kind of chilling out, reading books upstairs in my bed with the two of them was kind of exactly what I needed this afternoon. But I'm feeling also extremely grateful for everything we did in the produce fridge, because I just pulled out all of the mix to make the salad, and I was able to grab out my cucumber that we ozonated. I was able to see my produce that I had up front that needs to be used first. Remember that little pile I made? I feel like so much immense gratitude right now. So I might put my hair up, get a little serious, throw in as the base, you guys know this. If you are my client, have been a client, or if you watch any of my videos, these things save lives. Honestly, $3, well, this one's $4.99 because it's from Whole Foods. $3.99 if you get it at Costco. I use this as the base of most days, 2 meals a day. So we're gonna fill up our huge salad bowl with this base, add in our cucumber, add in our carrots, add in our peppers, throw on some onion, mix in the quinoa, chop up the chicken sausages, and we'll have a delicious, super easy salad for dinner. Okay, salad is looking absolutely beautiful. Chicken is sizzling. Quinoa is done. I'm gonna remove it from the heat here in a second, put it over here, let it cool. And let's see. 1 minute and 13 seconds left on our turkey bacon. I'm about to boil the kids' brown rice and quinoa pasta. I've got the broccoli all chopped. Telling me I have 1 minute left. I've got the broccoli all chopped up, and I'm just gonna be doing like a honey vinaigrette dressing on their pasta salad. Really quick and easy. The same dressing I'm doing on our salad as well. One of my favorites from Thrive Market. This one kind of broke in the move. I know. Which is very sad because so many of their dressings have been sold out. So we had stocked up before the move, but it kind of cracked, but it's still good. So I'm gonna toss that onto here, also on the kids' pasta salad, and we are really close to dinner. I have just sat down with my Tulsi tea, and I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've sat down yet today. I feel like it was a very productive day. I got a lot of stuff done, and I wanted to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me around the house, just getting things cozy. I know in the summertime it can seem weird to use and have the feeling of coziness, but I always try to make our home feel extra cozy and comforting to be in. So whether that's diffusing our favorite essential oils, having home cooked meals, having the smell of yummy, delicious food in our home, all of those things make me feel cozy in my space. Also having a clean space, having laundered clothes, having our beds made, just little things like that bring an extra layer and element of coziness. And with those of us still spending probably a little bit more time at home than we're used to, it's nice to have that extra layer of coziness. So I wanted to say thank you all so much for watching today's video. And if you liked this video, you can let me know by giving it a big thumbs up. And now the subscribe button is right over here on the screen. Give that a click. That way you don't miss a single video. And I hope to see you back here next Thursday.